morning, everybody, and happy Friday. If you're here with me in the Discord, YouTube, Kick, or X chat, go ahead, say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. I gotta bring up the X chat. There we go. What's happening? Good morning to Patrick, National TW Fat Guy, Tim, Hockey, Shane, Plum, Tinkles, SW, Cube, Q. Good morning. Jerry Bear, Piper, Jane, Picky, Anya, Billy, Joe, Rock Solid Results, Paolo, Ribs, Mod, L, Jess. Good morning to you. Crypto Trades, Richard Harris, Joe P, Paul Hume, Freddie Rivera, Scott H, Tick Count, Tor 007, Richard Harris, Mo Man Cash, Tick Count, Doji One, Kenobi, Chef Trades. What's up, Tick Count, Trady Bud, Kirk Sawyer, Cal L, Sean Matthews, Carl, Marcus, NLV, Triple C, Ricky, RJ, good morning. What is happening? We got Billy Joe, more MV1, Coach Steve-O, Rhino, Trader, Rips Mod, Yaz, Lemon Trades, Haas Nuts, BK, Gringo, El Diablo, Mitch to the Max, Bonafides, Airmark. Good morning. Yama Beacock, Day Trader Rick, Blink Shot, Grouch, Stoli, Bear Goes Long, Black Amex, Tomoki, Steph, Pocket Aces, Crowfu, Fat Guy Out West, CK13, Allergic Rabbit, McDurf, Stoli, Made out. Good morning, Javiv. Coco. Haven't seen you in a minute. What's up, Coco? Crazy Man Tattoo NQ, David Pie Trades, O'Keefe. What happened? Why did the market roll right there? It dropped 15 points. Look at where we're trading, by the way. Okay, right there in that zone, huh? How about that? Looks like a horrible overnight session, except for this one move. At least you're mean. So we do have a little bit of news at 8:30. Then the majority of the rest of the news at 10. We have some at 9, but nobody cares. What's up, Master of the Candle, Louis Muscle, Ace Trades, D-Cross, Alley Blaze, Mr. Yips, Godric, Sovereign P, Liquidity King, L Rap, Pie Trades, good morning. Pipster, Trend Seeker, Danielle, good morning. Nolerman, Liquidity King, what's up? Let's see what the prediction was yesterday. We're gonna do another one today. 24,250. Nope. 23,650. No. Okay. Nobody won. You look different for some reason. I'm wearing a mask. This is not the real Ribs mod. Uh, 240. Let's see here. I mean, those seem like solid areas of price, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're gonna run it back. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes. Get those predictions in. There you go. What's up, Mr. Bugs? Jose Cuervo. James. Erasmus says, yes, next level. Yes. 100%. I agree. Let's see. SW's done for the day. Walked for 2 hours, got a tan, had a swim, listened to some tunes. No idea what to do now. At this stage, I'm almost retired. Brother, you know what to do. You fired up Yeet, and you start playing Limbo. Grind up those player points. Is that even a question? Is that even a question? What else are you going to do? I need to get Yeet working on my phone. Rips, have you tried wild charts as of late with Apex? What's as of late? Give me a time frame that would qualify of as of late. Nolan is just now starting to get comfortable with retirement. I don't know. I don't think I could ever retire. I think I'll probably be doing stuff until I meet the maker. Got clapped on Yeet last night. Team never quit. Wait, what were you playing? What got you clapped? Got to find your systems, man. Got to find your pockets. It's all about finding the systems, having a stop loss, finding your pockets. I don't know. Or we're just the luckiest player on planet Earth. I don't know. Either way. Duck Hunter in flight mode. Did you try doing the 64X on Duck Hunter? I mean, it's expensive if you're doing that. Those are the only two ways that I think those slots work. You have to, like, they're very expensive. Like, I think the minimum is like a $16 pull. So I wouldn't recommend either of those. Because if you're not doing those, then they're just a waste of time. It does work, but you have to have a huge bankroll for it. I would not recommend it. Gotta have a huge bankroll. I know you used wall charts the last time he has evals. Just curious if you're still using Apex wall charts. I've been using it. Their copier isn't that great. What do you not like about their copier? What's the issue? Enjoyed the gambling stream yesterday. Me too. I've enjoyed it this whole week. We've been crushing it. Been getting very lucky. If it keeps going, I will assume that our system is due for that. Kicks out one of my accounts sometimes. It's never perfect. Interesting. We were having that issue with it weeks and weeks and weeks back. I would open up a support ticket with them and see if they can figure out what the core root is. ES thoughts, anyone? Look, brother, here. Let me explain it to you. We are waiting for a newsprint right now. Let me go to the 10-second chart here. This is a range of 490 up to 502. That's 12 points in the last 2 hours. You've been asking for the last 5 minutes. ES thoughts, ES thoughts, ES thoughts, ES thoughts, ES thoughts. Here's a thought. Chill out. You know? There's a thought for you. Wait for the bottom of the hour when news is going to come out. React to the news. Market's not going to move much waiting for that news. Up or down for the news. It's going to go to the right, I promise you. You can bank on that. I'm assuming Richard is short. This is upbeat. If you leave the layout, you sometimes need to reset the copyright. I just got in the habit of always doing that. That's good advice. There you go. Maybe that'll help you, Josh. Yeah, it's extremely thin. I wouldn't be touching this right now. Certainly not in my real account. My Percy. No shot. What do we have to trade? Oh gosh, I did it again. I opened up the Eat. Keep doing that. I need to move that tab far away from me. God. Every single time I open it, I'm like, God, go, stop it. Stop. So we got TPT, Funding Ticks, and Tradeify. Tradeify day 3. We only need 7 trading days, so I got to knock out a trading day in Funding or Tradeify. I would like to do some giveaways on Monday. I was going to do them this week, but then YouTube just kind of got away from us. Been short forever, up at 6401. 6401. That's, I mean, you're 100 points under the water. I'm guessing you meant to say 6501. I'm not taking the trades that line up with my plans. I get tilt and I take some random stuff because I'm scared to take my setup. Why are you scared to take your setup? What are you so fearful of? Jared for the 3-month sub, my man. Any fun plans for the weekend? Maybe some Javier action? No Javier's this weekend. There's, my wife has a friend whose birthday it is. We're gonna go to that birthday. That's gonna be fun. Today we're either filming more slot content for the new YouTube channel or just gonna relax until we go to dinner. Seafood enchiladas. Yeah, the Trios del Mar or whatever, the Enchiladas del Mar is the best one. Post new YouTube channel. That is Ripsmod job. If Ripsmod is alive, I wonder. Let's see. Let's see how long Ripsmod takes. It might be time for a new Ripsmod. I'm pretty sure. I was up $250 yesterday after. Oh, just kidding. That's how you get them. Gringo El Diablo with a 5 gifted. Ripsmod is never going anywhere. I just like messing with them. That's funny. You're gone after that. Ron says, I was up $250 yesterday after 30 minutes of trading 1K profit target on eval and gave it back because in the evening I was bored. Close down your charts. Why are you, what's the purpose there? Why are you even at your charts if you're done trading for the day? What's the purpose there? Got your Celsius IV hooked up? Yeah, we're doing the fizz-free pink lemonade today. Look at that. It's delicious. I don't know, got MetaTrader on my phone. Would you be willing to delete MetaTrader from your phone? Well, who are you trading with if you're using MetaTrader, by the way? You're doing FX? FTML? Why not trade funding ticks? Where are you located? My psychology gets weird on an XFA. I can pass combines easily, but I panic and do weird stuff on an XFA. Please give me realistic advice. I'm ready to put in any sort of effort. Are you rushing your combines into XFAs? Rips Funding Ticks posted something on Twitter about daily payouts. Is that something coming that would make that prop from the best end? Let me see. News to me, brother. News to me. The 40% discount on Take Profit Trader, I think, is ending. Yeah, news to me, brother. Let me see. Funding Ticks. Let me pull it up and check. It says, did someone say daily payouts? Ask them. Nope, I take my time. A strategy works. So what happens when you try to use that exact same strategy on an XFA? What's up, Pete? He says, it's a mental game you're playing on yourself. Get a straight to fund account, no eval. I agree with you. I personally hate doing evals. I really do. But I do it for the people. I do it to demonstrate. I hate doing it. But I'm with you on that one. I like doing straight to fund accounts. The only issue is that they're extremely expensive for some people out there. Deleted the app. Let's see. Love that. That's good stuff. Straight to funded, I would use FundingTix or Tradeify. I've not gotten a payout on FundingTix yet, but it's my own fault. But I have gotten a payout on Tradeify twice. And we're on to day 3 on those Tradeify accounts. And I don't know what day we're on with FundingTix. Okay. They said there's absolutely nothing finalized yet. But when there's something I can share with everybody, they'll let me know. Rips, FundingTix asks if you are a U.S. citizen before signing up. Okay. So tell them the truth. I just love the ROI on evals and funded. Nothing beats it. S2F capped. Also not my cup of tea. Again, figure out the lane that you like and then drive in it, you know? The lane for me is if I could not trade my own personal account, I would probably only pick straight to funded accounts or Apex 20 accounts. That's it. I would probably be very heavily focused on 20 Apex accounts if I couldn't trade my own money, simply because of the leverage. How much is it on Tradeify for straight to funding? It's 35% off right now, so I think the most expensive one is like $480, and that's for the big dog with code RIPS. The little one I think is like 100 something. I don't know. No clue. RIPS meant to have you try. Oh God. Trump won't be doing business with Russia until war gets stopped. Something will come of the meeting with Russia. Okay. Crazy. Dude, how did I miss that? How did I gotta turn up the squawks? Why are they so quiet about that? Annoying. Anyway, I mean, there was nothing to catch, but it looked like a lot more than that. Rebs meant to ask, have you tried trade day? No, I haven't. Any news expected to move the market this morning? Yes, 8:30, 9, and 10. Those are your key news releases. Tariffs on steel and chips next week. The rate will be lower at the beginning, but rise. Speaking right now. Still waiting to see if there's any other new news coming out here. Nvidia, Microsoft getting a little schmack from that, but that's pretty much it in equities. Nvidia, obviously, because of the chips, but you feel like that would pump Nvidia. Who knows? We'll see. I mean, Nvidia is... If I was like day trading right now, I would be looking to long Nvidia because Nvidia is exempt from the chips tariffs. How does Tradeify straight to funding work? Do you have it? God, turn down these squawks. Do you have to trade for a couple of days and then request a payout? 7 trading days. 7 trading days. Tomorrow is National Fasting Day. Is it actually? It's been 8 months since you've put me on the path. Rips never felt better. Thanks again. That's awesome, man. Very nice. Tradeify one day to funded is actually cheaper than their Lightning funded right now. Yeah, no, of course it is. That's how it is. Straight to funded is always going to be more expensive. Always. Forever and always. Yeah, 7 days. It used to be 10 days. Now it's 7. 7 trading days. Not 7 calendar days, because it's essentially a week and 2 days. Let it be known Richard Harris was short from 6501. He caught a short. He keeps talking about it. So hopefully he'll stop spamming the chat at some point. Everybody, Richard Harris was short at 6501. He got lucky. Trump tweeted. Trump said something. The market went down. Give a big round of applause for Richard Harris. Hit a trade. Amazes. Amazes me. Oh my God. Incredible. Do we still need to talk about it? 6501. Oh my God, you were short. Holy Richard, you were short. Everybody get on their feet. Richard Harris was short. 6,500. Caught it all the way down to 64.95. He got 5 points in the S&Ps. 5 points, everybody. Oh my God. Holy All right. Are we done? We can stop talking about it. 5 points. Oh my God. What are we going to do with all those 5 points? You could almost buy a rivet on a pair of Chrome Hearts jeans now. $200 a day with 20 accounts. You're done, man. Trump on trade. Yeah. Rips, what are your hours of fasting? That's a good question. There's ways to approach it that are, slower. 18.6 is probably the most accessible for most people. I am pretty strict now. I sometimes am doing OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, or 2 meals a day usually now. But I'm usually breaking my fast around 11 to 1 p.m. and then probably having a 1 or 2 hour eating window, and then that's it. I'm lucky because I don't have I don't have a spike in my blood sugar when I drink this. All right, advanced retail sales coming out in just over a minute here. Buckle up. Let me see if I can catch something on Tradeify. We'll see. Try to look for the afterglow. What's my body fat percentage? Last time that I measured, I think I was at 10.5. I think it was at 10.5 last time I measured. Something like that. I don't know. But it's all due to fasting. All right, data coming out. 10 seconds. Buckle in. Look at how thin that is, dude. The spreads are insane. This is literally untradeable. Untradeable. Completely untradeable. No shot, dude. If you're trading this, you're an animal. They still have not layered in. This order book is empty right now. No shot, brother. Nvidia did recover, by the way, on that. See, that's the only, that was the only thing I saw that was worthwhile of a trade. It was like, if you're trading equities, buying Nvidia there because it's a weird reaction because they're exempt from any kind of chip tariff. All right, so the data across the board. Empire Manufacturing is at the 9-month high, which is above all of the estimates, 11.9 versus flat. Advanced retail sales month over month are 10 basis points lower, not a big deal. The import price index is 0.3 higher at 0.4 versus a 0.1 estimate. Man, this is like not a. I hate when there's prints like this. There's zero directionality. There's no edge. I was hoping for something, but man, nothing. Bet Richard is smashing. Dude, he's up 3 points, man. Relax. So I'm predicting a complete chop, account killer level chop for the day. Maybe. 10 a.m. should give a little something, but we have more news at 9. Maybe 9:15 too. Let me see. 9 and 9:15, but it's not very big deal news. 9:15 is gonna be more important. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is. I was really banking on the retail sales to give us a nice, bigger move. There was nothing there. Yeah. Extremely thin. I did say earlier in the week that I expected Friday to be pretty dead. This is like one of the last Fridays before most people are going to be coming back to work regarding like traders and so forth. Banks, traders, etc. What do you use to keep up with the instant news like the Trump Russia thing? Squawks. Squawks you can get, they're readily available to the general public. They're expensive, but you can free trial a few of them out there. I would recommend getting a free trial and seeing if you like it. Well, it's Friday, baby. Consumer sentiment in an hour and a half. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much it. Truthfully, I'm sure that there's going to be a couple players that get themselves off sides and that'll create some motion. But look, if it was up to me and I wasn't streaming, I would be like, okay, well, that's good enough. I wouldn't really care all that much. I'd maybe check in for the 10 a.m. data, but yeah. It's just not one of those days that's worth committing a lot of time and effort to. So here's the thing. If you are like, today's your last day in order to get a payout and you're just looking for like a little pop shot, hang it up until Monday. You know? Any discount code for top 7 combines? I think they ran a discount code for their new dashboard. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. Let me see. And check my emails here. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Dash 25 is the code. You get 25% off. Up to 5 trading combines of any size. It's Dash 25. There you go. Oh, and look, everybody already put it there. There you go. There's your coupon code. Dash 25. Julia says, I'm already eligible for a payout on Apex. Have to wait until the end of the day to request. Good. Don't touch it. Do not touch it. Wow, Goolsby's on CNBC. I had no idea he was going to be speaking. That's crazy. Wait, what? Why don't they ever put him on the schedule, dude? I swear they do these drop-ins, and it's so annoying because they never put it on my schedule. Goolsby said he is a voting member. Remember that. Austin. The last CPI and PPI is a note of unease in regards to if we remain on the golden path for inflation. Brother, we were never on a golden path. What is he talking? The Fed people are so out of touch with reality. It's so funny. Or they're, I think they're woefully ignorant. There's no way that they don't have any idea. I'm sorry, but that don't exist. Sorry. Let's see here. I mean, it did change the Fed fund futures rate yesterday a little bit. I mean, I don't expect anything, to be honest, to change today. Do you sell feet pics? Yes, I do. You can get them on Kick. Kick.com/sellingrips, and they're in the marketplace there. They're only cost, for my left foot is 150,000 channel points. For my right foot is 150,000 channel points, and from my third leg, it's 269,000 channel points. So those are all the feet picks I sell. I haven't traded USA Winter before. Would the retail month over month be more impactful in the winter? Not really. It's just PCE, CPI, PPI in that order. Those are the ones to watch. Michigan sentiment is important. Retail sales or whatever, Retail sales are a seasonal thing as well. So everybody understands when they're weighted and when they're not. Yeah, NFP, obviously, dude. There's a lot of things that matter, but retail sales are not really it's not really people care, but then they don't, How long have you been trading for, Tim? Must be under a year, right? Never traded USA Winter. Feel like CPI is the most intense one? It depends. Tariffs are a one and done unless they are the situation we're in. These tariffs have been anything but that, says Goolsby. I agree. This is one of those mornings where you go get a workout in and watch open till 10 a.m. so you can catch some Momo trade. Yeah, I mean, even that, it's just kind of it's Friday. If you don't need to trade, I mean, do we all need to trade? Nah, probably not. Under a year, yeah. Just keep swanging with it, I met a guru on IG who was so good on TradingView replay trades. That's most of them, brother, unfortunately. It's a lot easier to sell the dream than voice the reality of trading. It's a lot easier. People want to be told the happy story, not the reality, which is hard. If trading marketing was honest, it'd be like, hey, do you want to spend a decade of your life where most people are going to think you're a crazy person? You might lose some friends and loved ones. You might end up curled up in a ball crying. Do you want to do that for a decade? And then maybe you might even still be bad at it? Goolsby, man. He's just saying the most generalistic stuff. He's saying that the Fed is not going to overreact to 1 month's data. So that to me says he's voting for 25 basis points. That's what I gather from that. Always fun to watch these rich gambling streamers. Train lost 100K in 5 seconds and went offline insane wealth. I feel like he's lost a lot more than 100K. We're not at that level or anywhere close. Do you have too many friends and too high self-worth? Have I got a new career? Exactly. Do you want to donate most of your life savings in the next 3 years? Sign up now. We have a Tunisian trader that sells a course for 2x the average monthly wage, and he never placed an actual trade in his life. He even uses the free version of TradingView. That's diabolical, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. I feel like as the industry grows, though. What is he saying now? Need to figure out what part of price increase to. How about none of it, brother? Goolsby's still yapping right now. I feel like, though, as the industry continues to grow, there's going to be more people that will wise up to, you know, who's genuine and who's not. Like, they're going to see. Hold on. So Sam Altman just said he would be buying Chrome if the US government forced Google, Alphabet to sell it. I didn't know that they were looking at that. Who I guarantee you that's probably Josh Hawley who's looking into that, I would assume. Not Chrome Hearts. I didn't even know, was like Hawley on the Hill talking about how Google should not have access to Chrome, but we want Sam Altman to have access to it? Come on. Oh, Lord, that's a bad idea. Well, they're all bad. It's all bad. A $43 billion, that's it? $43 billion for Chrome? Brother, you got to open up your pockets a little bit more than that. $43 billion ain't nothing for that. Trillions, there you go. He wants to raise trillions of dollars. Yeah, that sounds a little bit more accurate. Perplexity. Okay, 34. It's got to be Holly who's the person who's like, Google shouldn't have Chrome. Right? It's got to be. Scott says, going through that loss now, Rip's family will secretly wish you fail. 100%, brother. Something about doing better than 100%, bro. 110%. Can't choose your family, but you can choose your friends. Are you sharing a 900 lot at 915? Let me see. Yep, 907. Mm-hmm. Fat Citizen, what's up, brother? I've been doing that for the last 10 years. I was doing trading. That's funny. Perplexity is Indian, and I'm amazed that they bid that much when Chrome isn't even generating any income for Google. It's the data, my friend. It's all the data. The data is where the money is. You want that data, brother. Okay, Sam Altman just said that they're working on a competitor to Elon Musk's Neuralink. I feel like the next decade's going to be insane for advancements in public-facing technology, because you got to figure all of this is already well in existence 20 years ago for the government, military, etc. That came out earlier this week? Why am I getting all the old news then? What's going on? You just want 1 3-inch putt today? I don't know if it's going to come, brother. I don't. I'm probably not going to trade my Percy today. Percy's at 389,000. So, Bro, I bet you next week get this thing right across the line at 400. And then nothing changes. and then we have a number on the screen that says a bigger number than what we have now. Such is life. Did they call back about the black car yesterday? They didn't. And I was shocked about that. I thought they'd really want to be moving it. Although, you know what's funny is my friend here who lives in Vegas, he's also looking at it. I'm not kidding. And I didn't realize that he called me yesterday. He's like, hey, what do you think about this guy? I was like, dude, they're cooking up numbers for me on it. They're trying to screw him in on his deal too. Not screw him, but like lowball him. And it's like, Ferrari, you guys got to move this car. You guys have to move this car. It's, you know, I don't really care though. If I didn't have an SF90, I'd probably have it by now. I'd probably go buy that one. But like when you have that car and there's literally nothing different, there's no change in it other than the roof is missing. Okay, who cares? You know? Ferrari Phil says they are idiots. Dude, he's got a Spectre. And they offered him a paltry sum for the Spectre. And then they came back yesterday. They're like, we'll give you 10K more. And he's like, okay, that's stupid. And then at the end of the day, they said, okay, we found another $5,000 worth of room. It's like, are you guys kidding? Like, wow, 5K? Oh my God. It's just, so let me get this straight, Ferrari Phil. Can they literally not change the sell price of the car? They can't, right? Because it's a new car. Is that true? Like they can't list it. Corporate says they can't. Okay, yeah. I mean, so all the move is in the trade-in, so why don't they just overvalue our trades, which is silly. The Spectre or the SF90, both great cars for trade-ins. Have you donated some to the Water Age stream? I haven't even watched it. I think it's still going. Isn't it like a 24-hour stream or something? I've seen like some clips from it, but I haven't really watched. Ferrari Mafia, did they make you donate yet? No. They have to over allow for the trade. Yeah, they got my trade in at like closer to 500, but not 500 yet. So Kenny G donated several million. That's what you get for blowing on a clarinet your whole life. The ability to donate several million. Wonder what his catalog is worth. Give you the first allocation of a future card. They said that, you know, that they would. I can't wait to see what it looks like, dude. I really hope it looks like a 296 on steroids or the Speciale, 296 Speciale on steroids. If it's a V6, I'm gonna freaking lose my mind. I'm literally gonna lose my mind. I just don't know how they'd even do that. Would you expect them? Like, there's no way it's gonna be a V6, right? No shot. It's got to be a V8. Yeah. Well, the V6 is the 296, right? It's a nice car. I mean, every single time I go in, the SA always is like, hey, man, it's way better driving than your SF90. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't really care that much. I like the SF90. I don't track my cars all that much. I haven't tracked my SF90 ever. I should, but haven't tracked it. Ribs, do you think freezing people today would really be able to bring them to life in the future? Yeah, I would assume so, yeah. There's a lot of people who've like frozen people and frozen their pets. One of my favorite movies is Vanilla Sky. I really think that, yeah, I think that'd be able to happen for sure. Tried to look for some setups, but nothing, so I'm just going to leave the PC for today and come back Monday. I love that. See? There you go. Encino, man. What a great movie that was. I partied at Pauly Shore's house back in those days. Partied at Pauly Shore's house when he wasn't even home. His house sitter was like a friend of a friend. And we threw a party at his house. I didn't throw the party. I just showed up. But I went in his room and he's got pictures of himself. So, anyway, I shouldn't be talking about that. This is bad. Don't ever have people house sit for you. They'll throw parties at your house. How irresponsible that is, by the way. It wasn't like a huge party. There's like 20 people. I don't think I've ever met Pauly Shore though. Never once. And he's always around, especially at like the store. Low-end car prices are through the roof around here, and dealers are ridiculously greedy and not moving them. Really? When you say low-end, what do you mean? Party with him at La Vela Club my buddy owned in Panama City Beach. Yeah, I heard he's like a fun guy. Throw parties, hands up. Dude, this is so long ago, bro. This is ancient history at this point. LA is not the same as what it once was. I would never go partying in LA. Not worth it to buy a car right now. Yeah, and that's the other thing is like I don't really care. I don't need a car right now. At all. Like, not even close. The only thing I'd like, I'd feel better about getting would be a Cullinan for the wife. I'd be feeling a lot better about that versus like getting myself a SF90 Spider. V6 like the Dino for the longest time. V6 was blasphemy for Ferrari. Yeah, I would be so bummed. I just can't imagine that the new SF90 replacement would ever be a V6. It's got to be a V8. It's gonna be hybrid. And hopefully it doesn't look very tame. Like the Chilindri and the Purosangue and even the 296 looks kind of tame. The Speciale 296 looks less tame. Looks a little bit cooler, I guess. But all right, 9 a.m. in 7 minutes exactly. We get some news. Canadian news. Canadian housing something, right? Let's see. Existing home sales in Canada. And then at 9:15 we get the industrial news. So we'll see what happens. Would you ever consider a Spectre? My buddy has one. I haven't been in one. I used to have a Wraith, so it's like the electronic version of the Wraith. It's a huge car. People don't realize how massive those cars are. They're just huge. And it's a 2-door. Suicide doors are great. I don't even know. What's the proper name for suicide doors? Reverse doors? What's up, Luna? I don't even know what the actual term is for the reverse doors. Ferrari Phil will know. Butterfly? No, Butterfly are the Lambo doors. SF90 should stay V8. I mean, they would have to stop making the 296 if they somehow, like, which would be weird. It is weird, though, because they do have... this would be frightening. They stop the 296, and then they stop the SF90, and they just make a V6 in that spot. Ugh. Yeah, dude, the electronic roll... Dude, the Spectre is just... My buddy already lost like 150K on that car. I think he got a launch one. 2024 was the launch year. That one, I think. It looks cool. It's just too big. Dude, every single time that I pick up my Ferrari from the shop, which has been like 3 times now since I moved to Vegas, they have the same LaFerrari Aperta sitting there waiting for a brand new battery. Can't be driven. Imagine if the guy has a note on that car. LaFerrari Aperta, beautiful car, but it's sitting there because he's got to get a brand new lithium battery, whatever the big battery is on that thing. Freaking nightmare, dude. Imagine you have a note on that car. And on like the low side, you're probably paying what, $5,000 to $8,000 a month for it to just sit there. Not that if you own a LaFerrari Aperta, you're probably not sweating $8K a month by any means, but still kind of annoying. It's not that you'd want to be able to drive your car and you're sitting there for them to manufacture a battery in Modena or wherever they're making that thing. I'd be bummed. Even if I didn't have a note on the car, I'd be bummed. You know? It's a shame. It's a beautiful car. How's everybody enjoying this range in the NQ, by the way? Is anybody smart enough to trade this? The market has moved in the last 15 minutes. It has moved a grand total. I'm going to take the extension here. 11 points. Trapped in a trade. That's the worst. I know those feels, dude. Coach Stores is what Rolls calls it? Okay. I mean, I can just Google it, I suppose. What is the proper name for suicide doors? Flex doors, freestyle doors, coach doors, rear access doors, or clamshell doors. All sound pretty stupid. I guess they want to stop saying suicide because it's pretty grim. Thank you, Black Amex. Coach doors. There you go. That was my favorite thing in the Wraith. You press a little button right there and the doors close. That was always fun. You hold it. You don't press it. When you press it, your hand gets loose. Ugh. No, you gotta hold it. Dude, it was so weird. I pulled up in the valet with my Bentley. I think it was at the Wynn. Yeah, it was at the Wynn. I pull up to the valet at the Wynn in my Bentley, and the dude opens the door for my wife, closes the door, and it's a soft close door. So it like closes and then electronically closes. And the dude like opened it up and slammed it. I was like, buddy, what? You're a valet. What? What are you doing? I'm like, this is a valet at the Wynn. It's like, homeboy, what are you doing? Like, slammed it. I'm like, what did you do? He's like, it didn't close. I'm like, buddy, soft close, maybe? He's like, what? I'm like, bro, how are you a valet? What, at the Wynn, of all places? Like, weirdest thing I've ever seen. I literally, like, laughed out loud. Like, what are you doing, bro? Chariot doors? I don't know if they call it that. Same dude that didn't have the change for the 20? They all don't have change for the 20, man. That's why you just tip them 20. Get over the awkward part where they lie to you. Do you have change for it? You know what? Have a great day. Like, I love it, dude. Like, I swear to God, it's the funniest thing. Like, sometimes I will have only a C note and I'll just be like, hey, you got change. And they'll be like, oh, I'm not sure. And then they just whip out this wad that is just like $1,000 in 20s. Like, oh, you're not sure, huh? Not sure if you have change, huh? Like, okay, bro. I'm not sure. Did you forget to transfer it when you're back at the station so you don't have change right now? Morning, Jay. Well, how are you, buddy? I had a little chuckle. Drove past Wason's Bingo the other day in the middle of nowhere, MD, where Steve Wynn started his little gambling empire. Dude, that's crazy. I believe that Steve Wynn was involved in some shadier stuff early in his days. I'm pretty sure. He's a great guy, though. Love Steve Wynn. I think it was his father who started that bingo hall. Crowley says, I had a BMW M3 with automatic closing trunk. Every time I went somewhere with friends, they've been slapping that thing like crazy. Then I showed them the buttons. Yeah. 100%. When I was a valet, we'd have a wad. Yeah, dude, the fun. Oh, we don't have change. Like, brother, then go walk to the kiosk. It's right there. Somebody's got change. Silly. Real nice country club out there, though, which is where I was headed. Nice. There you go. What about big cars? You like them? I mean, what do we consider a big car? Biggest car I think I've ever had personally was a Wraith. I did own a limo company for a small period of time. Those are larger cars. Or part owner in a limo company. It wasn't just mine, but not a lot of money in a limo company. It's good to get free limos, though. Do you trade during those stream? I'm new here. I do trade during those stream. I do. I'm not going to trade in this type of range, though. Sorry to disappoint you. This is the range we've had since I've been live here. Like, if you want me to trade this, my friend, you want me to trade that, I got news for you. I'm not going to. Sorry. It's not up to me, but I'm not going to trade that. Sorry, friend. When the market is doing things like that, I absolutely will trade. In fact, I did trade that yesterday. That exact trade I did take yesterday. And there it is. Look at that. Short, almost to the dead bottom cover. Made $7,200. Bing bong. Biggity bing bong, baby. If you were here yesterday, we would have seen that. But these are all the trades that we took today. Do you see all the arrows on my chart? Do you see all the trades we took today? That's called the old squadouche. We did take a trade there. Took a trade there. Took a trade there. Trade there. Well, I was on my couch for that one. Took a trade there. Took a trade there. Took a trade there. Yeah. So rumor has it that Ripsy does actually take trades. It's crazy, I know. Rumor has it that I do actually take trades. Question, if I trade on the 15-minute chart, on what time frame should I use the footprint? 15-minute? Or 4 hour? Or 1 hour? Whatever fits your boat. Throw it in there. Start rowing. NG is probably the best thing to trade right now. I mean, I don't trade natural gas. Anytime an alarm goes off, I immediately get pissed and cancel all joy from anyone on my boat. What indicator do you use for the session highs and lows? Looks clean. Welcome, D-Berry. Right there. Spaceman BTC key level. Yeah. There you go. How long it took you to build that 350K plus account? Well, the good news for you is that I started with 100K, built it up to 900 something, took out 710,000. First took out 100,000, the initial deposit. Then I built it up to 900 something, took out 710,000, and then I built it up again. So we are up almost exactly 1.1 million pure profit on the year. Zealous Divine. 7 months. 7 months of trade. It'll be 7 months exactly on August 20. Was it January 21st or January 23rd? 21st or 23rd or 26th. I don't know. Does anybody know? 21? Okay. 21st. I started the account on January 21st. And every trade I take live on stream, like Luna says. Not really. It's not amazing. It's really not. I should have made a lot more. There's certain times when I should have made a lot more. It's really not all that impressive as far as like professional trader is, but it's not all that impressive. This should be sort of baseline for what people are doing out there if they're streaming. You know, if I was only focused on this, like really just like locked in, just sitting here every single day, locked the F in, then I would be up a lot more. Or maybe down a lot more. Who knows? I wouldn't know because I haven't done it, but I'm just saying. It's hard for me to not feel like I've underperformed significantly. This year's been fantastic for momentum. Put 20 bucks in Yeet last night, got up to 150, then outsourced, stole my soul. You got it, dude. Call it when you're up. Look at what I do. I stop every single time that I'm up. I get up like 40%, and then I stop. Take out the money. There you go. You would be the only streamer that I don't know about that. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. Do you ever recommended scaling per dollar in personal account like one NQ account? No, not really. I mean, Do not trade your own money. You're going to lose it. It's going to be very expensive and it'll knock you out. Trade props. When you get to 9 to 12 months of consistent profitability in props, then maybe take 10K and put it into an AMP account or Edge Clear account and trade like 5 micros for a little bit. What are the main strategies you're using? Market profile, volume, price, order flow, momentum. My biggest edge in the market is being able to effectively read order flow. That's my biggest edge. It's one of the hardest things, in my opinion, to learn. It takes the longest to learn. It's not something that you can read in a book. I mean, you could read it in a book, I suppose, but then you have to kind of put it in practice and watch for it in real time. You have to have a brain that is very good at pattern recognition. And I think that there's a lot of people that won't have that, no matter how hard they try. Market structure and market profile are both very helpful. 2 books I'd recommend on that would be Mind Over Markets and Markets in Profile. Is there a spaceman for Ninja Trading? No. No, there's not. Do you have a course? No. I do have free streams, though. These streams are free to watch every single day. Every single day you can come in here, not pay anything. Maybe you learn something, maybe you don't. If you don't learn anything, I do offer free refunds for whatever you spent to be here. So you can count on that. We're having a boat discussion over on Kick. Amazing. Market is still just doing nothing on very thin liquidity. Just not a good market. Pfizer had a bad trial. This is how slow of a news day it is. We're talking about Pfizer trials right now. So industrial production will be out in about 7 minutes, 6.5 minutes. Do your refunds include trading losses? They don't. Unfortunately, you got to cover those yourself. How's the Harris doing? What's the Harris? Oh, Richard Harris. I don't know. They probably left. Yeah, I guess range traders are making money, but still, like, even the range is soft. I wouldn't want to be trading this. 12 points. You see that TJ Arga dude got a Koenigsegg? Amazing what courses and scamming can get you. Well, certainly can't buy you property. You ought to be buying property at some point, right? Weird to have that kind of car on a rental, I suppose. He's young though, 23. Got all the time in the world. Yeah, this is one of those days. I mean, I called this day at the beginning of the week. I said Friday is going to be one of the fantastically worst days to trade this week. I said you got few opportunities: Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Do you have a way where you can sort of tell if the market is going to be a chop day or trend day? Yeah, I mean, I try to voice that all the time. Richard went to Top Step TV to give his call outs. I mean, it's a noble effort he puts in. You would think at this point he would just trade and make money, but don't know. Everybody's got different hobbies out there. He didn't like it when I had everybody giving him a standing ovation for calling out a 5-point trade and literally talking about it every 3 seconds. How is it living in Puerto Rico? Been considering it for taxes, been doing very well with trading. Very good, congratulations. The only place that I can confidently recommend to you would be living in Dorado Beach East or Dorado Beach West. Anything outside of that, I would say stay far away, especially if you're doing very well. Dorado Beach East, you can pick yourself up a nice little starter home there for about $4.5 million. I would buy it in cash. If you're doing well with trading, shouldn't be a big deal. And I would just live there. Yeah, that's what I would do. Have you ever noticed anything in order flow to confirm that there will be another leg in the range? I mean, sure, yeah. Order flow is going to tell you a lot of things. If I see a confident move, and then all of a sudden you're seeing a lot of bids stacking up underneath that. Let's just say we're seeing a move to the north. You know, you could see bids stacking up underneath in a hurry. Maybe shorts are in trouble. It's very contextual, right? Like it's all contextual. Like what happened an hour before? What happened the day before? What was the structure looking like? Buy a place, 4 million cash. I'd rather use that 4 million in investment. What do you think buying a place is? Do you think that money just disappears? They say, all right, thanks for the money for your house. And then you're not allowed to sell it. It never goes up in value. Once trading becomes successful for me, I will move to Mexico. I am already a citizen in both countries. There you go. Beautiful. Rincon? Yeah, it's more of a surf town, though. I know some people who live down in like Condado and condos. That would never be the life for me. I could never do that. I mean, if you're like in your early 20s, maybe. That'd be fun, I guess. How difficult is it to get dual citizenship? Puerto Rico is not dual citizenship. Puerto Rico is part of the US. There's no dual citizenship. Condado is my dream to live in. There you go. A lot of people, you know, it's whatever. It's not wouldn't be my dream, you know. The context is extremely important in the market. Some of these YouTube streamers will tell you to simply draw a random line and long from it. Yeah, well, it's the ICT special, right? But do you see the perfect channel on the 30-minute chart? No. Again, there's such little news. All it takes is one person to be offsides today, and that can take control of the order flow. Just one single player to be offsides, a larger player. If one large player is currently offsides, which I would assume it will eventually be that way, we're going to get it out of balance, and then the market will find its way back into balance once they offload. That's the only thing that I'd be looking for today that would actually make sense, but kind of don't feel like trading today, to be honest with you. I'm going to miss a trading day, but oh well. Who cares? Life goes on, you know? What is an ICT special? It's the thing that you have before you make it taste good by adding lemonade and turning it into an Arnold Palmer. Do you think it's possible to write off expensive for APT if you trade with a prop as a LLC? Like basically write it off as it is my office. I'm not a tax person. You ought to employ the beautiful work of your local CPA. Keep CPAs alive. They're going to be able to answer all that for you. But today is the last day in the world to make a trade. Maybe if Apophis comes early. Go green and yeet for the weekend, brother. No reason for you to trade Friday. Yeah, I'm with you. Like, dude, the only thing that would get me touching my Persia today would be breaking news. Even if the market opens up and it starts rolling tremendously, there's 95.7% chance that I'm not trading my Percy. No way, brother. Wait, where's the news? 9:15 is supposed to have the news. Hello? Why are we not getting the news? Are y'all drunk or something? We're supposed to have the industrial production numbers. Oh, minus 0.1. Jesus, Bloomberg. What are you guys doing over there? Thank you. Arnold Palmer, light black can delish. There you go. Michigan consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. Yeah, that's the only other piece of news today. I don't care though. I'm just probably not going to trade it, man. There's better things to do. Like, if you've been trading for long enough, you understand like the days to trade are when there's crazy good opportunities and then you just lock in on those days. You just lock TFI. That's all you do. You wait for a good trading day to come and you lock TFI. It's around 20K a year. Think everyone is waiting on the Trump and Putin news? Already happened. Already happened this morning. And look at the market didn't care. I think the money is already, like, dude, you have to remember, these Fridays leading into Q4 are so important for the people who actually make the big trades to not be here. Because this is like the last of it. This is when they finish all of the cocaine. Like, oh shoot, we still have a lot left in this brick. Dude, well, let's we gotta finish it. This is like the last of it before we have to go back to the stupid office. All right, dude, let's do it. Like, you gotta know this stuff being a trader. Like, they're getting down to like the final quarter of the brick. They're like, dude, we gotta do it. It's been a crazy good summer, but like, man, we're gonna waste all of this? No, not this year. You know what I mean? The meeting is at 3:30. I guarantee you there's not gonna be much change. Which book do you think is most accurate to Wall Street life? I don't know. Liar's Poker, maybe? Maybe. Probably, yeah. Yeah, we're pushing back up here. I think the news is all priced in anyway. Yeah, I agree with you. I kind of want to just go over to Kick right now. I love y'all on YouTube, and there wasn't very many knuckleheads, but would you say trading is a sustainable business? Brother, yes. There's so much money to make. If you get good at trading, it's insane, dude. The amount of money you can make from being a good trader is ridiculous. But how many people will actually get to be a good trader? Very few. Very, very few. And that's the part that nobody wants to talk about. It's so hard to be a good trader. Some people, no matter how hard they try, will never be a good trader. It will just never click for them. They'll never have the risk tolerance. They'll never have the brain processing power. It'll just never work for them. And they're going to get too emotional over their losses. There's a lot of people, no matter no matter how many years they put in, are just never going to get there. But for the people who do get there, the people who are good enough to make it, it's insane money. It just feels like a personal attack. I'm just trying to be real, dude. There's very few real people in this industry. I try to be one of them. I want to shoot you straight, you know? This is my 11th year. Never gets easy, but I feel like, you know, how many trades did I take today? Look at that. How many trades did I take today? 0. How many trades did I take yesterday? 1. What am I up this week? Let me check my broker statement. Bang-a-ding-ging-ging. 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 Let me zoom in. Where's the zoom on this? Come on, load, Jesus. Where's the zoom on Google Docs? I thought you just hover over the bottom here. I'll just use my keyboard. Okay. Here's yesterday's broker statement. Hold on. Nope. Nothing being doxed. There you go. So, yesterday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So this week, I don't want to dox myself, but yeah. So this is, there you go. There you go. So this week we have made after fees. Yesterday I paid $147 in fees. I said I was going to pay close to 200. So pretty good accuracy there. So 221 10 124 984 7053. So I made $18,382 this week. Is trading a sustainable business? Is trading a good business? I mean, dude, I made very few trades this week and I made 18 grand. Seems like a win to me, brother. Seems like a pretty dang good business to me. I want to keep doing this. You know? Are you going to get there overnight? No. Could you eventually never get there? Probably. Maybe you get there. Maybe. You know? Maybe you get there. Who am I to say? Who knows? Maybe you get there. Maybe you don't. Today's variable is not consumer sentiment, but what will happen between Putin and Trump? A possible agreement, considered impossible today, to end the new war could open an market with a 1% gap up. They already talked about it. I mean, there's a good AI write-up, and I appreciate you taking the time to use ChatGPT to provide me with that sentence, but doesn't do much for me. I see the potential in trading. I'm taking it slow, trying to increase my risk over the next week or two once work slows down. Now, keep in mind, look, I'm up 18,000 this week. I made $30,000 in a trade last week. Like, it's not like you make 18,000 a week, calculate that times 52. This is what you're going to make. It varies, dude. There's some days, you know, we had a 200K trade on. We didn't take it off when it was up 220,000. Ended up finishing that day up 15,000. You know, there's all sorts of different factors. It's definitely not linear, and you're going to have down days. How long did it take you to get there in trading, and what was the biggest change that got you there? 3 years of losing. And literally, and I'm not saying like, oh, I traded on a Monday for like an hour, and then like Thursday I showed up. And nah, dude. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 to 14 hours a day, mostly over 11 hours a day of literally staring at the screen and getting blown out. Like, my back was getting blown out by the market, like I worked in Amsterdam. Avoid chop days is a good start to lose less. This is definitely a good way to lose less, for sure. Some people don't make that in a year working 40 hours a week. 100%. I'm just I'm trying to paint the picture here. Somebody asked me, hey, is trading sustainable? Dude, if you think that I'm not happy about $18,000 in a week of me showing up, talking a bunch of streaming, having fun, cracking some jokes, I'm very happy with that. Very happy with that. But I'm also trying to say in the same breath, is it realistic? For a lot of people that are watching right now, no, you're never going to get there. Not a shot. For a lot of you that are watching and you're saying, well, not me. Maybe you, dude. I want it to work for you. I'm optimistic. I would love for you to have trading be part of your world. But for a lot of you that are watching, no. No. It'll never happen. That's the reality, dude. There's other people out there that tell you, hey, just stick with it. It'll work no matter what. Nah, dude. It won't. How do I get a house next to my name? You buy it. It's $4 a month. Or you ask somebody to get you one. All right, we are 5 minutes from the open. I'm gonna jump over on Kick. Thanks for tuning me. I can't speak. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube and joining me for this week on YouTube. I'll be back, of course, on Monday on YouTube. If you are going to leave us and not join us over on Kick, which I think you should, it's the extended hour stream. It's way better. Don't drink and drive. Oh my God, there's a squawk. Or somebody just unloaded. You know, that was an algorithm, 925. Shows you how thin this market is. Algorithm, 925. Imagine you were long, right? Long from under 900. And you're just sitting there like, I'm going to hold this. I'm going to hold this. I'm going to hold this. Goose, you got clapped. Everybody, get those cheeks. Get them open. Give them a round of applause. All right. See you later, YouTube. I'll be on Kick. Love you. Have a great weekend. I'll see you back on Monday. Bye.